You may notice the lights dim and the video shaking because we're on some very rough roads and I'm in one of the older model Cascadias. So, welcome back to my channel. As always, I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Today on the show, y'all, this is the sequel. Out of all of the meters I've tried over the last few years that I've had diabetes, I've gotten to know some of the best ones.
You can get some.
And today, it's a prescription flash glucose monitor against two normal blood glucose meters. All three of these meters are very accurate, so we don't have to worry about comparing accuracy on these. But when it comes to features and pricing, well, there's a lot to talk about. So stay tuned, and I'll let you know which one's best for your type 2 diabetes, your type 1 diabetes, or your keto diet. So stay tuned. So notice in the intro that I use two different types of diabetes and the keto diet. And the reason why is because every single one of these has a different use case. And therefore, no meter on the market is going to meet all your requirements. With that in mind, let's compare the features of the Contour Next 1 against the Accu-Chek Guide against the Freestyle Libre CGM 14-day system. I'll start with the Libre first. The Libre CGM, as its name implies, is a continuous glucose monitor that's available only by prescription. So, the sensors and the meter itself have to be obtained from your doctor or your local pharmacy. Now, the sensors themselves are very expensive, but the hidden trick on the Libre is that in the event that you lose one of the sensors, you still have a backup. You still have a built-in Precision Neo glucose meter, and the color screen acts as a port light, which is fantastic. The Libre communicates with its sensor via near-field communication technology, much like what your phone does, and you can even read the sensors with your phone these days. It's with the Libre Link app. So it's very, very cool. And there's some other features too, such as trends, history, and how well your glucose responds to your medication, your food, your exercise, and etc. The other two meters I compare with this to rely on apps for that kind of functionality. So, if you can afford it, the Libre is going to be one of your best choices. Just for monitoring glucose out on the road. And it's a lot less painful than finger sticks because you apply the sensor once a week. Or once every 2 weeks, depending on how often a sensor falls off. Hence the 14-day in its name. The next meter I'm going to look at is the one I reviewed in 2017. I was the first in America to get this particular meter. It's the Contour Next 1. This meter is very awesome. It's compact, it's lightweight, it's got a built-in port light, as you can see here. Click the home button twice to activate it when the meter's off. Click the home button twice again to turn the light off. This meter uses a Bluetooth app called Contour Diabetes, which is very functional and replicates a lot of the functionality that is built into the Libre. That said, the Contour Next 1 relies on finger sticks, and you do have to buy test strips for it at the cost of around $20 every month or so. Another meter that's similar to the Contour is the the ever popular Accu-Chek guide. Now this one offers a subscription option for test strips. Otherwise, its strips are also less than $20 a month. So, you've got all three options offering affordable test strips, and one of them also offering a continuous sensor for those who do that option. So, with all three of those meters being so fantastic, which one do you choose? Well, in my case, I'm a type 2 diabetic. So, any of the three are a good choice, because they all allow for tracking of carbs, either via mobile app or via the device itself. They all allow tracking of your glucose numbers, and they all allow you to track your medications. Now, if you're doing a keto diet, you may want to look into something like a Keto Mojo, which is also another one that, well, the Keto Mojo is a bit different because it measures ketones in addition to measuring blood glucose. So, you've got plenty of options out there. And by the way, what if you can't afford any of these because even 20 bucks is too expensive for a pack of test strips? Well, the test strips are your ongoing expense, and so are the sensors in the case of the Freestyle Libre and any of the other CGM options that are out there. So, check with your insurance. Check to see if there's a subscription option. And, in addition to those, also don't overlook the generic glucose meters that are out there. Keto Mojo being one of those, the others being models like the Rely On Prime and the CVS Advanced, because those are very affordable, even more so than the Contour or the Accu-Chek. And with all meters meeting the same accuracy standards these days, you don't need to worry about it. Now, what do you do if your meter gets a little wonky? Meaning you've changed the batteries in it, and you've done some cleaning on it, and your readings still aren't right, and you followed every procedure. Well, you could have a bad batch of test strips, so try a new batch first. And your meter may also require control solution calibration. So, read your meter's owner's manual when you get it to see what kind of control solution it requires and how to obtain it. Until next time, let's make your next trip your best trip. Keep those carbs in check, and bye for now.